Before language had shape and time had rhythm, there was only instinct, and pain. In the deep swamps where the land steamed with rot, something waited inside us. It did not come from the skies or the soil. It was made of us. Molded from our fear. And once it woke, it did not go back to sleep. It started with a fever. The youngest of the tribe, collapsed after drinking water near the black roots of the swamp trees. Her skin grew red. Her eyes shimmered like fire. Then she screamed. 4 hours. When it stopped, she smiled. Her voice had changed. It was no longer hers. That night, the fire wouldn't light. No matter how dry the wood or strong the spark, flames refused to rise. The tribe huddled in the dark. Then Na walked past them. And the ground she stepped on glowed red for moments. As if fire walked beneath her skin. Others fell sick. One by one, they sweated, screamed, and changed. The affected spoke in whispers that made insects crawl away and made the sky flicker with silent lightning. Their veins glowed faintly in the dark. When they bled, the blood sizzled like oil. Those who resisted were hunted at night. By day, bodies were found, skin blackened, mouths wide open, ash beneath their fingernails. No wounds. Just, drained. It was as if the heat had been pulled from inside. Dur, a warrior and the last unaffected, began hearing it, a voice in the swamp. It promised safety. Power. Eternal warmth. It spoke through Na, now glowing like coal in the shadows. She said, "You burned before you knew fire. Now fire wants you back." Dur followed the whisper into the deepest swamp. There, he found a pit of bubbling black mud, glowing faintly from beneath. Bones floated inside. Some human. Some not. One skull blinked. Dur fell backward. And the earth laughed. Those changed began to crack. Their skin opened at the joints, glowing lines forming crude symbols. They didn't bleed. They hissed. And they walked without pain, faster than before. Their hands burned whatever they touched. Even stone. Dur climbed the hills above the swamp. Cold wind met him, the first in weeks. There he met an old woman, silent, holding a torch. She said only, "You must burn the blood to seal the fire." Then she handed him a bone dagger. Dur returned. The camp was glowing. The infected danced in spirals. They chanted a sound that wasn't a word but made flames flicker from their mouths. At the center stood Na, arms raised, back arched, a crown of ash on her head. She opened her arms. "Burn with us." Dur rushed forward. He sliced his own palm, then hers. The bone blade sizzled. Smoke rose from both. She screamed, not in pain, but in rage. Around them, the infected collapsed into ash. The fire died. But the swamp boiled harder. They left the swamp. Dur carried the dagger. His veins now glowed faintly. But he could still feel the fire sleeping. Waiting. Sometimes he coughed, and smoke came out. Sometimes, he smiled like Na did. Even now, in swamps no maps remember, travelers speak of heat rising from the soil. Of voices in the steam. Of a girl who once burned from within. They say fire is our tool. But once, we were its. And maybe, deep down, we still are.